What's up everyone, welcome back to the Coral Reef Talk. In today's episode, I'm going to show you the easiest way I have ever caught a fish, and more coming up. Welcome back to the Coral Reef Talk. If you're brand new to the channel, this is where I share my experience with you to help you become a better, more successful reef keeper. Now, I've been wanting to add coral to the tank for some time now, and every single time I would add a small little frag, whether that be like a zoanthid or a little piece of xenia, I noticed that a few days later it would be gone. And I would check my parameters and everything seemed to be okay as far as that goes, but they would just disappear, and I would just scratch my head and wonder why this is happening. Now, it wasn't until I saw my filefish go down and take a little bite out of one of my zoanthids that I realized that I probably have been buying him an expensive dinner, and he's probably been the reason why I haven't been able to keep these small little zoanthid pieces, is because he's been chomping away at them. So I knew I had to catch him and get him out of the tank. So go ahead and smash the like button if you've ever had to catch a fish out of your established tank before. Now, this has probably been going on for a while, and I noticed it while I was filming. I think it was my how I lowered the nitrates in my reef tank video, and I noticed that the filefish would hang out underneath the Tanklimate by Eshopps that I have sitting in the tank. And I've had it in my tank for a while that all of my fish have gotten used to it being there, and I noticed that he would hang out underneath it, and I don't know, for whatever reason, he just liked that spot. He was relaxing. So what I did was I flipped the Tanklimate upside down, took the lid off, and left the open side on the bottom in hopes that he would just hang out there and I would be able to turn it around and catch him really quickly. So in this next clip, you're gonna see exactly that. Sorry for the shaky camera. I noticed him just hanging out there and I had to grab the camera and film it real quick, so check this out. I forgot what I was doing that day, but I walked out and saw him just floating there up in the Tanklimate already. And he's just sitting there hanging out. So I knew I had a small window here that I could set up the camera real quick and then see if I could take the lid here and rotate the Tanklimate around the other way so that it was top side up, put the lid back on it, and capture him without him darting out of there and swimming away. So you can see here what I'm trying to do is use the magnets to slowly rotate the Tanklimate around. And I think another thing that helped was that there was coralline algae growing all around the Tanklimate, because it's been just sitting in the tank for so long that maybe it kind of camouflaged him from what was going on. I don't know why he didn't just swim out. I mean, I guess his perspective, he didn't see anything happening, so he didn't know he was in a box. He didn't know the box was rotating, and I just slowly rotated it around, and as you can see, he's just hanging out. He's doing just fine. And I ended up putting the lid back on just to make sure that he wouldn't get out. But yeah, he's just sitting there. He's kind of like the Eeyore, or he kind of became the Eeyore of my tank. And at first I thought there was something wrong with him, but that's just how he is. So as you can see, it was pretty easy to catch this guy. He was just relaxing there, didn't even know what was going on. So the next step was to take this fish to the local fish store, maybe trade him in, get him off to a better home in someone else's tank, because I don't want him munching on my zoanthids. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever had a fish eat your coral. Maybe let me know what that fish was. But that's the next step. This is what happened. Alright guys, so it's time to get him out. He's in there somewhere. You can't see him because of the reflection, but it's going to be a short ride, so I'm just going to use a Ziploc bag. So let me find a place to put the camera, see if I can get a good shot. He blends in really well. He's right there in the middle. Okay. All right, let me see. Some water in here. Woo! He's all right, guys. Fell on the floor. We got him. Okay, so there we go. He's double bagged now. 2 Ziploc bags. We're not going on a long drive, so he'll be fine. So we went to one of my favorite fish stores in the area called the Coral Corral. We traded him in, got a couple corals, and you know what? Now that the tank is free of the filefish, I think it's time to order some corals for the tank, but I'll save all that for another episode. So that's it. That was the easiest way I've ever caught a fish since I've been in this hobby. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your stories in the comments below about the easiest time you've caught a fish, or maybe you've had trouble catching your fish. Let me know what you've done in the comments below. Thank you again for watching this video and subscribing to the Coral Reef Talk. If you're not subscribed already, please go ahead and consider checking that subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified every single time I make a new video. And I'll see you next time on the Coral Reef Talk.